Yeah.
Zach Wilson doesn't even, bro, he throws like 10 times a game I guess that's what Fields does, but he also rushes for 150.
That's ridiculous. That's a lot of fucking yards.
Yeah, I know. He sucked his rookie year, but
It sounds like he kind of has to, though. Like, get out of
the fucking...
Because I remember I was watching the game with you. I think it was last year.
Dude, he's running for his life every play. Like, where I say that, it's not even a joke.
Yeah.
Like, he has no time, bro.
I literally was watching a game with you last year, and I was like, bro, it's 2 seconds to throw every fucking play. Like, he snaps it, 1-2, there's guys already fucking on him. Like, how do you make a decision that fucking quick? Like, or do anything downfield?
The Lions are supposed to be one of the worst defenses.
And they're still doing that?
Yeah. And he was running for his life every play. Well, maybe there's like 3 or 4 where he had some time.
Yeah.
And he probably hit him.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's running for his life.
Wait, and that shows, though, if he has some fucking time, he'll make a good play. He just needs some more time.
Dude, I've been watching that shit for 2.5 years, and I'm screaming at my TV every play. Block for this dude, bro.
Do fucking something. Like, shit.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Is this episode 5?
5. Yeah.
Episode 5 of the podcast. We took a little break. As you can tell, it's been 2.5 weeks, I would say.
2.5 weeks since our last one was uploaded, but it'll be like probably closer to 3 to 3.5, 4 weeks until y'all see the episode. So,
but yeah, Carter's on vacation. He went to Mexico. We'll get into that in a little. But before we kind of start everything, we're the usual hosts. If you guys are new, it's just us two. Sometimes, if you look back at our previous episodes, we got some guests on, like our boy Andre, the boys behind the camera, Ethan and Joe. We're planning on to have more people, but this is kind of like a catch-up episode, like we said, because we were away for so long. We're just taking a break.
Jimmy's on our next episode.
Yeah, one you won't be seeing this one next, but episode 4 with Jimmy is coming out. It's a really good one. I would tune in for that for sure. But other than that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, fucking comment down below. I'll tell you guys at the end as well if you make it there. Hopefully you do.
Hopefully, we would appreciate it.
But yeah, let's get into it. We want to talk about your Cancun trip first, bro. That shit sounds dope as hell.
Before I get into the Cancun trip, though, just want to talk a little bit about like what's been going on, like what I've been up to over these past like fucking 2.5 weeks that we've been gone. So like we said, like Cancun, went to Cancun. Pretty sure we talked about in here that I played basketball at GRCC this year. And so we had our first 2 games while I was in Cancun. Won our first 2 games when we were gone. Super happy about that. Super dope. And then came back the next week, and we had 2 games last week on Tuesday and Thursday. Ended up winning both of those, so we're 4-0 right now. And it's the best start that we've had to a season since our coach has started. And like we're just starting to come together more, play more as a team, and we got a lot of fucking work to do. But I'm excited for the season to get started. And then just like in school, I was a little behind in school. And so that's why we didn't record a podcast episode either before I left for Cancun. Because I was doing schoolwork, had like fucking exams to do, was behind in math. And like I need to be eligible for basketball next season. But go over the last week and shit, I've been working hard at school, getting caught up on that shit. So.
And we're college kids, guys. We're just, we're always working. We either got work, school, basketball, like my job. Just doing everything all the time.
Life, bro.
Yeah. Life is at a peak right now. We're at our ages where we're at, bro. It's so much pressure's on us, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's ridiculous.
And it's like every day I'm almost finding a way to do what I know I need to do, but also not put so much pressure on myself. Because I'm like, especially with basketball, like at least for me, it's like, okay, I'm playing basketball, so and it's like expectations I put on myself, but like I got to do good at basketball, right? And then to be good at basketball, though, I need to be good in school. So then that means I need to be putting in the work in school. And I also need to be good at basketball, I need to be putting in the work in the weight room. So it's like every single day and putting in extra work, getting shots up and shit like that. So Monday through Friday with school and basketball, I'm busy all the fucking time.
Tired as shit too, probably.
Yeah, bro. Like 2 workouts a day or so, getting homework done, all that shit. And then I need some money during the season, fucking pay for parking, buy food, just shit like that. So then the weekend comes around, I'm at least working 1 day. I was working 2, so like every day there's shit going on pretty much.
Facts. And the weekend too, bro. Like college kids, like I feel like once you get out of high school, everyone's like, it's definitely like an easier time because it's on your schedule.
Yeah.
But once you get that older, you have to provide for yourself because you have to get a job.
Yes.
So like, people forget that you have to do that. And I feel like that's why a lot of college kids go broke.
Oh yeah.
Like so quick is because they don't know how to do it, like use their money until they actually learn.
When are we taught like
literally,
because I mean, like, okay, at least I took personal finance, which taught me some shit that was pretty good. But there's rarely any classes in high school that really teach you the skills that you'll need when you are older.
College teaches you that.
Literally. Yeah, bro. And I wouldn't even say college. I would just say life experience.
Yeah.
Like, because I went to college, and it's not like the class were teaching me how to do that shit, but it was now I wasn't with my parents anymore.
Yeah, it's like
I wasn't in my house anymore.
Exactly. It's the things that are, like, not the shit in the classroom, but it's, like, the stuff surrounding you in the classroom, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like the situation.
And your everyday life, just like the context of your situation.
Yeah.
Like whatever you're fucking doing, and everyone. And what's cool too, like what I find really interesting, just about like people and life in general, is everyone learns at their own different rate, and everyone learns different shit. No two people have seen the same, like, live the same life. No two people live the same days, ever. Like, that's just not a thing.
Like, talking about yesterday,
the same day. Yeah, bro. Me and Aaron were talking about that shit.
Shout out Aaron, bro.
Shout out Aaron.
You'll catch him on the podcast.
Yes, bro. Aaron will be on the podcast.
You guys will love him.
And we'll have a great conversation. I fucking love Aaron. And he's just, like, one of the best conversationalists I know. Like, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
bro. But,
okay, I guess I'll pick up to, like, what I've been doing. So, do you remember, like, when you left? Like the date or something?
October 31st. Yeah,
okay, so Halloween. You left on Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. So, basically, I haven't been up to much, like, recently at all. Like, the last 2 months, I've kind of just been chilling, doing my thing. I work at Westside Social. I don't know if I've said that on here. It's like a restaurant, iExpo. So I'm there 3, sometimes 4 days a week, mostly on the weekends, so I don't really have time to go out, or I'm tired to go out. And honestly, I've just been taking a step back from, like, drinking. I've been killing it in the gym.
Yes, sir.
I've been smoking a little more.
I've been seeing the videos in the gym
too.
too.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
But yeah, honestly, I'm just focused trying to get in shape. I'm in bulking season, and I've always been like a light, kind of skinny kid, and it's super hard for me to put on weight. So like my biggest focus is kind of just like, just whatever's in front of me, eat it. I don't really give a shit if it's bad for you. Like where my metabolism's at right now, it doesn't matter.
Just
like I'll lose weight sometimes, like 4 pounds overnight.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm back. I was here yesterday.
Right.
Right. It,
like, what the fuck? And that, bro, like, I was really thinking about that here because I weighed myself on the scales in the bathroom. But I'm like, dude, I need to start eating fucking better because I'm like, I'm in the weight room. I'm doing, like, all the working out shit. But I'm like, the one thing I'm really not taking care of is just, like, my nutrition and just, like,
that's like 80%
eating fucking food. Yeah. And so I'm like, I put in all the work, but I've lost. Like, before the season, I was 161. And when I weighed myself, I was 155, but with everything on, including the chains. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably closer to 153, 152. But I want to be closer to like 160, 165, 170 for basketball.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, with all the cardio we do and all the working I do, like, I need to start eating fucking food.
I'm not going to say it sucks because you're obviously on the team and that's what you wanted.
Oh, yeah,
but
of course.
I feel like you learned about the tryouts a little too late, so you didn't have that huge off season that all the athletes have to just put in the work and
to just prepare.
Like you had time to get like your handles and shit ready, just like the basketball moves ready.
Well, and what's funny is like a little bit. That's mostly what I didn't have time to work on because at least during the summer I started working out. I started working out, and then when I was working out, I started to think about basketball. I'm like, I'm already working out anyway. I'm already going back to school. Basketball would be pretty cool. So, like, but it was just an idea. Like, it's not like I knew and I'm committed. Yeah. Let's fucking work. So it's like I'm in the gym and like, okay, maybe it will lead into something else. Season comes around. First day of school, I'm sitting by one of our best players on the team. Name's Herm. But shout out my boy Herm.
Yes, sir. They followed us on Instagram.
Did they? The GRCC basketball? Yeah. Yes, sir. Our Instagram page. Fuck yeah. But I was sitting next to him first day. Met him. Asked him about tryouts because he recognized me from tryouts or from open gyms last year. And so I was asking about open gyms, told him about open gyms. And then once I started going to open gyms, that's when I started to work out a little bit. Started putting in some handles on the side, like started to get some jumpers up. But I hadn't played in like a year and a half consistently until then. So like I had a lot of time like off. GRCC basketball on Instagram. All one word.
Appreciate the follow as always.
Yes, of course.
I'll go on what were you saying? My bad.
No, you're good. I think I said most of it. But once open gyms started coming around, that's when I started working, and then had tryouts, and then just as the season has been coming around, I've been just like getting back to where I was, which is what's funny, because when I was at Central Michigan is probably when I was at my best. Yeah. Not most athletic, I don't think. I'm jumping high as fuck right now, throwing out windmills and shit, which I've never been doing.
That's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah, and it feels good. But, like, I'm not even as good as I was then. And I'm already talking, like Coach talking about getting me into the rotation. Apparently, some parents of like some of like our team manager, some shit like that, was saying that he thinks I should be a starter right
Hell
now,
yeah,
and
bro.
I'm not even back to where I was.
That's what I like to hear.
Let alone getting like better.
You'll be starting by the 30th, bro.
Hopefully,
yeah,
hopefully.
That should be dope.
I don't think I'll be in the starting lineup, but I'll be in the rotation for sure.
Yes,
I'll be
sir.
getting minutes.
Let's get it. That's what's up. That's
yeah.
so dope, bro.
Yeah, and I haven't got minutes yet, but Coach has literally said after both the games I've been at, first one he said, you're in the rotation, you've just been gone for a week. And after the second one, me and my buddy were talking about like my energy on the bench and shit. I think I was talking about this yesterday a little bit. But after our coach heard that conversation afterward, he was like, don't worry, Carter, you won't be over there for very long. And I was like, all right, bet. Say that.
Yes, sir.
Say that.
And that feels so like rewarding from the coach, dude.
Yeah, from the coach, like the head coach. I'm like, all right, bet.
Because like if he's capping, bro, like that's just a bad coach right there.
Yeah.
Like that's not what like players hear, bro.
No.
Because I've had that happen. I'm not gonna name names, but like
where you get told that and then you don't.
Yeah.
They don't follow through on it. Yeah, and like that very well could happen, but I don't think it will. And I'm a walk on, so to like be in the rotation as a walk on, it's already
That's
something
enough
that
said,
rarely happens.
I mean,
bro.
like shit. That Central even offered you a walk on spot. So like
Twice.
yeah, I was gonna say so like you're definitely up there in talent wise.
Yeah, and Central offered me a walk on spot once because of my dad, but the second time because I was also putting in a lot of work just up there and like playing there was one day in the gym where the football team was in there, our football team. It's a Division I school. I'm just on the side court like dunking, playing. After the game, the football players start talking to me, like coming over, like let me see something, like talking about a dunk. They started coming over and like started throwing on 360s and shit. Like there's athletic ass football players.
Football at bro.
But, yeah.
That shit. People, those are different breeds of people.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Different breed, bro. But I was getting my recognition up at Central. Like
Yes,
anybody who came to the gym to play, they knew who I was, and I was probably the best player in that gym most days. There was a couple guys who would come in who they could fucking ball, like they could play, but most days I was the best
confidence
player.
is key, bro. That's what's up.
It is, yeah, and it's like not even to be cocky, but you could have asked Jimmy. He was up there with me. Like
yeah, he's told me about it.
And anybody we'd play against, bro, would be bad. Like I would just make everything.
Wait, was it like you two versus them?
Yeah, like we play 2-on-2s a lot. We'd play like 21 or 33 a lot. But
yes, sir.
I would just make everything. Fun. And we started with 21 right from the free throw line. And they're like, all right, we're moving back to threes because you just won't miss free throws. Like, you're going to win every game. You don't miss any free throws. I'm like, all right, bet. Move back to the 3-point line. Same exact shit. They're like, it doesn't, all right, doesn't fucking matter apparently.
Half court.
Yeah. Shit. But it's funny because I was shooting way better than I am now. So, like, but if I keep putting in the work, I'll get back to where I was.
Bro,
I'll get back to where I was. But I definitely threw you off track for, like, what you're saying about where you've been recently.
Oh, honestly, there's nothing more to it. Like, I've grinding at the gym, like I said. I've said that about 8 times already. But literally that, like that. I was getting into, like, I've been smoking a little more than I want to. But that's fine because I'm still getting my shit done. Like I said, 4 days a week at work. I've been applying to hella internships. I think I'm in, like, the double digits now.
Damn.
Yes, sir. Because, I want to get that. I'm trying to get that shit locked down, like a good one, a good paying one.
Yeah.
For the summer so I can get that experience and shit.
Fuck yeah. An internship doing what
school
exactly?
Too. So, like, for background, I used to be a finance major, and then I hated finance. Well, I didn't hate it. I hated classes that were required for finance.
I got you.
And it got too much. I was like,
fuck that shit. Yeah, okay.
So I'm a double major. I'm a business general and general management. So basically, the majority of, like, the internships I've been looking to or like apply for are like operations management or operations support. Like something, or even like supply chain management, retail. I think it was like there's a couple called retail operations.
Yeah.
And I did like Meyer, Target.
So it's like management and like
Spartan Nash. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's sick.
I even applied at the cool one. I applied at was the Whitecap Stadium. There's an operations internship there, bro. So like set up events, management, like
managing events,
possibly travel with the team and shit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that would be sick.
Dude, I would be dope as fuck. Like, there's a very small chance of getting that because I guarantee like they have so many people signing up.
Yeah.
But if I did, that's 100% the one I'm taking.
Yeah, and even long term to know that something you do could lead into something like that.
Yeah.
Because like if there's an internship for it, that there's a job for it.
Exactly.
Like, so eventually it could.
And a lot of times internships lead to job offers.
Yes.
Depending on how good you do.
Yeah. So
which is dope.
That'd be fucking sick, bro. That'd be fucking sick.
But yeah, internship, school. But yeah, that's it. We can get into Cancun now if you want.
Yeah, okay, so...
We'll talk about that. Shit's dope.
Yeah, went to Cancun the 31st, and it was my first time being out of the country. So I was born in Australia, but I moved back to the States when I was 2. So like, I don't really remember anything like that. So it was my first time being out of the country that I could actually remember. And dude, it was so beautiful. Like we get to the because we're an all inclusive resort, so we paid like it was like 800 each. We pull up this all inclusive resort, and there's like a nice like you get through these gates, and like there's a nice fountain like up at the beginning, and like there's a little roundabout where like they drop people off, and, like we come get picked up and shit. Like there's a little wait room
Valet.
that you can walk through the door. I mean, kinda, yeah. Like they would drop you off in these like vans, like these buses, and like dip out. But like there was these doors that would lead into the weight room right to our left, and then you walk up these stairs, and it would splinter off toward like hotels, and there was hotels all like surrounding.
Oh,
the resort.
dude. That sounds like the. Go on, though. I'll tell you.
Yeah. But it sounds like the what?
The resort I was on in the Bahamas. Like,
okay.
Exactly like.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's hotels like surround the whole thing, and then we walk up more stairs into this huge ass fucking lobby area. Like we're walking through the lobby. To the left is like the receptionist area, like people at the desks and stuff where we check in. To the right, there's like this bar area and like something else. There's a couple things right there, but then you walk. You keep walking forward, and then there's these stairs that lead down, and it looks out into like the whole fucking resort, bro. So you walk out, you're looking out.
That was
the
on
resort.
your story.
Yeah, like at the top, and it was like when I said goodbye or like
Yeah.
something like that. And like there's some restaurants to the right, restaurants to the left, like way in the back. Oh, and in my story there was a tent there set up for a wedding that was the day before, so you couldn't even see the whole thing.
Really?
Usually, yeah, there's like a stage right there. Usually that's all flat. There's like
Damn,
pools you can see in the back.
Yeah.
There's the beach in the back that you can see, just like beautiful. But we were there for my mom's wedding. Like congratulations to my mom. She got married to just like guy who she's been dating for like 3 or 4 years now. So
Congrats, Mrs. Thomas.
glad she got herself back into something that she enjoys and that she like wanted for herself, and that is something that's making her happy. So I'm happy for her. But most of the time we were there, I wasn't even really on the resort. Because Tuesday and Thursday we went on these little excursions, and the excursions were the coolest parts of the vacation. 100%. We're getting off the resort, like we're seeing the environment of like Mexico and like their culture, which was fucking sweet to see, but also like sad at times as well, just because a lot of rundown buildings.
Isn't it crazy how close it is too from a resort, and then right outside it's just like that.
Right fucking out. We get off the resort, bro, and you know that's why I'm like, bro, everyone at the resort are just like these privileged ass people, just like have the money, like whatever. Where you go right outside the resort, not shit.
Yeah.
Like just terrible town shit, beaten down. Like guys riding on, which I thought was sweet. Guys riding on bikes, like little pipes on the back, carrying their tools that they needed to go to work.
Sir.
But like there's like no street laws, bro. People are driving like you just drive however pretty much. Like no cops around. But on Tuesday, the excursion we did was we went to these cenotes, which are like these religious pools in Mexico that they believed, or I think it was that the Mayans believed led into the underworld, or like led in, like the core of the earth, or like whatever it was that they believed. Because if someone died, they would bury them, and then under where they got buried, they'd fall into the cenote, which they believed would lead them to the underworld, or like where they went after death. Which is pretty cool, but I'll get into why it was cooler in a minute. But like on Tuesday, we went to these cenotes, which are these pools, and there was like 5 of them that we could go in, and 2 of them you had to be scuba diving to go in, so we couldn't go in those. But like you go in, it's just like all rocky around it. Like you're swimming through these caves. Like there was some bats swooping around in these caves that we were swimming in. Like there was some fish in there, just like stuff like that. And it was like a trail, and like some of them had rock formations that were like halfway in the water, so they're coming down. Some of the rocks were like kind of in the water, which was fucking sweet to see. We were like jumping off this cliff. My brother did like a front flip off one of them, and
dude, I want to go cliff jumping.
Yeah, bro. And so that day was fucking sick. But then Wednesday was my mom's wedding, so we were on the resort most of the day Wednesday, just like chilling there. It rained the wedding day, so it wasn't on the beach, but it's still sweet because we had like this restaurant that was supposed to be closed, and so it's still like a cool little day, like cool little thing to have, like little celebration. But then Thursday we went on another excursion, and we went to go explore these ancient Mayan ruins. And have I showed you the pictures yet from the? I wanna show you some of them. But this was my favorite day by far. So we go to these ruins, we first stop where this shaman's at, and we get like cleansed by the shaman. Like he does his little ritual or whatever, and like we had to like waft this smoke onto us. This was like cleanse us or whatever before we go into this excursion, or like these ruins. So I'm pull up these pictures real quick, and you can just kind of like look through them. but they start here. A lot of them you'll see are just like iguanas or like that's a face on the side of that building.
I can see it now.
Yeah, like that's a face and a mouth. There's like a guy.
I thought you were talking like almost
right
you know that word.
Hieroglyph,
Yeah.
like hieroglyphics and
Yeah,
shit.
first.
Yeah, this was like an.
I cannot say that word.
On these stones up here,
That's
there's like
cool.
2 stones. This was where they did executions and shit.
But I was gonna say that looks like a movie scene, you know, like in any of like those medieval movies. Where,
Yes,
like,
bro. Yeah, some shit like that. Like just we were standing up here on these rocks, just like
Damn
looking
that
out
view is
into
crazy.
the water. Like just some pictures of what was under us and shit.
Dude, just like
that.
the differentiation of like the forestation in that country compared to like what we see here every day.
Night and day different.
Completely different.
Yes,
bro.
and that was
It's
what was
insane.
that was one of the coolest parts seeing it. And like all these birds are up here, and there's just like an iguana chilling.
Oh shit. Oh, I
Just
see it.
Chilling with
His
all
head.
these birds. Yeah, and literally like the second after I take this photo, I look over. I'm like, damn, bro, this photo's sick. I look back, all the birds scattered.
Dude, is it?
So it was just like perfect
saw-
timing.
That's a sign. I'll tell you in a second.
But then also just like seeing these seagulls fly down. We saw them swoop down and like
Dude,
catch
just that.
fish.
That's a cool ass
Like,
picture.
This was my favorite picture that I had.
Yeah.
And then
Is that 0.5 view or whatever?
no, this was just like normal camera view.
Really?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah. So and then I thought that was cool. There's like a little iguana chilling on this.
Bro, the
just-
wildlife too in other countries.
This is just a huge fucking rock, and that boy's chilling right at the top of it.
Oh, is it the small thing or is it?
Yeah, he's like this tiny little thing up there.
Damn.
And this rock is fucking massive.
Yes, sir.
So,
He's the king of the world, bro. in his
literally,
eyes.
bro. Literally, bro.
I don't look up to nobody.
Literally, bro. At the top of this bit.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, and yeah, sorry you guys couldn't see the pictures, but those Mayan ruins were sweet, and why the cenotes were cool because we got to that Mayan ruins. First thing they talked about when we walked in there was this like it was called the House of the Cenote, and that's what they talked about. This is where they did the burials, and we walked to the around the side of the house, and that's where they fell into the cenote that was supposed to lead into the underworld.
And then, sorry, what was a cenote again? Like a grave that they dug?
So the cenote was like the ancient or like the religious
Pool, right?
Yeah,
okay.
the pool
so
that
like,
led down.
Like a pool of water you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like a pool of water, pretty much. And it was dirty when we were there, but a pool. Actually, I literally have a picture of the cenote that I'm talking about. This is it. So right above it, they would do the burials. The bodies would fall into this like pool of water, and this actually used to be like a pool of water.
Oh, okay.
Because this was like 600 years ago that they would do this. So now it's like dirty and whatnot.
Yeah, just aged.
Yeah, but it used to be like a pool of water.
Okay.
And yeah, so like we're exploring these Mayan ruins, like you saw, just like seeing it like super. It's in the middle of the forest. Like we walked way back, like 30 minutes into the forest to get there. We're walking through. Mayans were really short people, so a lot of the stuff was really small. There's like iguanas, birds, like a whole bunch of wildlife over there. It's like that day was it was sweet. And we were walking around the shop area that day as well, and like that's when we got to see a lot of the culture, like a bunch of Mexican music playing, people dancing. Like there's people with monkeys that like would give us high fives. Like we could take pictures with them. But
dope.
yeah, the one dude's like, "You want to take a picture with the monkey?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "Oh, $20, $20." I'm like, "I'm okay, man. Never mind. I don't need the picture." But like
That's how
people,
they get you, bro.
yeah,
People do that in America too. That's fucking
literally.
annoying.
But they are great salesmen, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah.
My little brother's walking around with a Golden State Warriors shirt on. This guy's like a Nacho Libre, like Golden State Warrior mask. He's like, "Hey, what are yous? What are yous?" And like they didn't speak great English, but like enough to like try to bring you into like buy
context
shit.
or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. There's people dressed up in like huge costumes and stuff like that with like this like 100-pound snake just like draped around them.
That's sick. Kind of like I was gonna say, kind of like the Chinese do with like that dragon, but obviously that's their own version.
Yeah, their way of doing it. Yeah. So like it was just dope to see. And then that after we went to those ruins and like that shopping area, which I bought some antiques there and like shit like that, which was cool. But we went snorkeling and saw like a bunch of different sea turtles. Like we saw a baby sea turtle. We saw a sea turtle with like some fish like hanging off of it. Like we saw a sea urchin, like this like triangular fish that we didn't even know what it was. So like we saw a bunch of cool. We saw like a line of like 6 squid, like they looked like baby squid, and they were just like traveling in a straight line.
That's
going
dope.
somewhere.
I've never seen a squid in real life other than when it's fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly. So it was there was like a bunch of cool shit to see. So
Hell yeah.
it's probably the best vacation I've
I was gonna say overall that sounds like a fucking great ass vacation. I feel like you like kids definitely enjoy vacation, bro, but I feel like kids, like younger kids, are gonna have fun anywhere. They'll make fun out anywhere.
Doesn't matter.
But when you're older and you get to experience and like actually like take in where you're at and like feel like the surroundings and shit, and understand it, it just hits a lot more. And that actually brings me to like a different point we can talk about real quick. That like the differentiation from like us or just like average common citizens taking a vacation compared to like say like a super rich celebrity or athlete going to like, oh, let's go to Cabo for a week.
Yeah.
And then come back. They're like, it probably doesn't hit the same.
Mm-mm.
Like, we appreciate that shit so much more, bro.
The appreciation.
We earn it. Like, I'm not saying they don't earn it.
Yeah.
They just earn it in a different way, in a lot easier way than we do.
Yes. And they probably appreciated it at first, the first time they went to Cabo or whatever.
Yeah.
But once it's like, oh, I can go to Cabo.
A lifestyle, yeah.
Yeah, once like, oh, I can just do this and it doesn't really matter. Just what I do. Yeah, it's like a different amount of appreciation for it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I can't wait for spring break this year, bro.
You know,
I don't know where we're going. Somewhere in Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Florida
would be a good ass time.
Panama City, maybe on the back. Fort Lauderdale. Nah, Fort Lauderdale gets packed.
Lauderdale would be wild, bro.
Did you leave the? I don't know if you saw any stories from there, bro, last year. But dude, kids from like our school that went there. The beach, bro.
Yeah.
You couldn't see sand.
Nah.
Because there's all towels. I'm like, I don't even like sand to begin with, or that many people to begin with.
Yes.
Like combining them both, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there. I would rather sit inside. Like we did this at Panama City too, bro. Don't get me wrong, but I would be like, dude, let's just go home and roll up. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah. After a certain point.
Yeah. Like, come on. I can't hear the person next to me talk.
Yes.
Because I hear everyone else's conversation.
Yes.
I'm not shitting on the place because it looks a shit ton of fun, and if you're into that, like just ass to ankles, people everywhere,
huge 100%.
That's where you should go, bro.
Fuck yeah.
But like even like in Panama City, bro, like it was packed. Not even close to there.
Yeah.
But it was packed enough to where like we had a good time. There was college students everywhere.
Yeah.
Most bars were packed.
Yeah.
Like it was still a spot. It was a good spot. It was just a more low key spot.
And low key that can be better.
Yeah.
Because like it's more low key. You can actually interact with the people that you're around.
Exactly.
If there's not just like ass to fucking ankles, you can't even hear the person next to you talk. You're not really meeting anybody.
Yeah.
Like, you're just there.
Describing myself too in like that situation. I don't know if this is gonna make sense to you, but I feel like it will. I feel like I'm an introvert until people pull me out to be an extrovert, and what I mean by that is
I hear you.
I consider myself as both.
Yeah.
But I would rather be an introvert. But the thing is, like I said,
Like
even as a stupid example, like girls, for example, I can't remember the last time, I initiated something first.
A conversation.
Like in person.
Yeah.
Like it's always like I follow them on Instagram. Then they either add me on Snap or I add them on Snap and I text them. And then I start talking to them in person.
Yeah.
But like I don't just walk up to females ever and like start anything.
Just start talking.
Yeah. And like but at the same time, like I don't really need to. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm not being cocky about it. Like I'm just chilling, bro.
Yeah. You just living your life.
Yeah, I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't find that necessary. It's like you gotta do it. So but I do think that talking to girls in person is the best way to like I want to say get with a girl, but I feel like that's going to be taken
I'll agree with you.
But I also think that's going to be taken more negatively than how I mean it. Not even just get with her with like sleeping with her, but in any way.
Getting her like
being around her, hanging her,
yeah.
like even if it's just hanging out with her, even if it's like, yo, let's go fucking do something because we had this face-to-face conversation. Because like I don't really like texting, and it's funny because I've really in my music talked about like I'm an introvert and an extrovert. Like I'm both. Like I can be
exactly,
both.
Bro. Like
and there's times
what do you prefer though? Sorry, a little quick side note. Because I said I prefer an introvert. Like
what do you prefer in female or like in yourself?
No, like as yourself. Like,
okay.
Would you rather be like if you had to pick one?
Yeah.
I would rather be an introvert, 100%, and I'm never taking that back.
I think
because I'm chill.
Yeah, I think I would rather be. I think I would rather be an extrovert if I had to choose. Not because like. That's what I think would almost be the most enjoyable, because I think that sometimes being an extrovert can like be annoying or like even overwhelming, because like you're just always going and always doing like or always talking to somebody, like you're always doing something, it seems like, and not really like chilling out often. But I also think that being an extrovert like has helped me be like almost the most successful, because like just going up and talking to people excuse me, it's like going up and talking to people, even just like older people our age, teachers, shit like that, going out of my comfort zone to talk to them. I've created way more connections. I've learned way more, just got way more knowledge from doing shit like that versus being like an introvert. Like if I'm an introvert, I like to be an introvert in private. When I'm in private, I'm by myself. I'm by myself. I'm doing my thing. I don't really want to talk to everybody. Like there's 6 people in my house half the time. A lot of times I'm not talking to anybody, doing my thing. But once I'm out of the house and I'm like going throughout my day, I way more enjoy my days when I'm being an extrovert. When I'm
Yeah.
talking to people, when I'm initiating conversation, especially because it's like nerve wracking or scary. Like before the conversation, I'm like, oh shit, bro. Like someone walks in the elevator, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
fuck,
still
bro.
thinking.
Someone's in the elevator, like, shit, what am I gonna say? Blah blah blah. And usually I don't care, but like I'm still thinking that, or like, oh, bro, I don't
No,
care
I'm
that someone's
100%.
in
I'm
here.
thinking that, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna say if Sunday say something?
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
bro. What am I gonna respond?
Because I'm not gonna start it off. I'm
Yeah.
chilling. Like I said, I'm fine.
Right.
But if they say something, I'm not gonna be an asshole and not respond.
Not respond. Yeah, but and even so, a lot of times, like, what would I say? And then like I'll be coming up with responses, and I'll be like, damn, what's that response to? Is like if they ask me how my day's going, and I'll just be like, how's your day going, bro? Like random person in the elevator, how's your day going, dog? Oh, it's pretty good. I had class or not. Oh, like that's you about to head. You about to head to class? Like yeah. Oh shit. Like what class you got? Blah blah blah. Have a conversation in the elevator, and then instead of like just like thinking about shit, by the time I'm at the top of the elevator, I didn't realize the elevator was moving.
Yeah.
I'm like I just had this whole conversation, bro, and now this is where I'm off. Peace out, dog. Like nice to meet you. Good
They have a
conversation.
great class, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
literally.
trying my best too.
Literally, that's all I'm gonna say. Is like I might not say this in mine. I'm like I may never see the person again, but like we just had a good conversation.
Facts.
Enjoy the time.
It's
Enjoy your
just,
class.
That comes
Like,
down to like spreading positivity.
enjoy your day.
It's so easy to do that.
And that's just what I'm big on. Like I talk about a lot. I just see a lot of negativity in this world, and that it just like I don't fully understand it because it doesn't seem helpful to me. And that doesn't mean not always, because like I'm a big believer in like we talk about Buddhism and shit, but even like yin and yang, like you only know good because there's bad. You only know bad because there's good. Like there has to be a bad. There can't just be one without the other.
Yeah.
So like. I guess when I don't see the reason for negativity, that's not true, but I just don't think it's helpful. That's why I try to be positive. And when I'm like, when I see something as like negative, it's almost like more like just constructive criticism. It's like not even being negative. I try to take it in as like a lesson.
Yeah.
Like what do I learn from this negative? And then it doesn't become a negative, and then the learning doesn't become a positive. It's like I just want to have knowledge. I just want to be able to live an enjoyable life. So I'm like I'm going to gain this knowledge, whether it's negative or positive or whatever, and then like go on with my day. So I don't really look at life as like good or bad or like positive and negative.
Yeah.
Even though I do throughout the day, when I like really look deep down and think about it, I don't really see life as like good or bad or positive and negative. It's just life to me.
And like kind of going off of that, it was funny today because Andre said something to me at work. He goes, I didn't understand him at first, but I was like, what'd you say again? He goes, what did he say exactly? He goes,
Fucking love Andre, bro.
He goes, I don't mean to be like ignorant or ever, but like for like ignoring your text. Like don't ever think I'm doing that. I'm like, bro, if you like, I know you know me, but like if you really get to know me, I don't get mad over anything.
No, bro.
I do not care.
Not at all.
Like I know you suck at responding because you tell everyone that.
I tell everybody
But
that too now.
Either way, dude, like if you respond in 30 seconds or I get a response in 2 days, it'll change my response, but it's not going to change like how I respond. You know what I mean?
Or how,
if that makes sense.
I would say like
and what, because like
elaborate
there's
a little
almost
bit.
tone behind text.
Yeah.
Like you can sense the tone. Like you can't physically see it.
You got to kind of read it.
Yeah,
though.
if you
like,
read it and you read it a certain way and you know how it was sent.
and you know the context of like
exactly.
the conversation and everything. Yeah.
So
or
like it's
how
not
that
gonna,
person is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna change how the tone of the text. You know.
Yes.
What I mean?
Yes.
Or
it
like
might just change
how I respond to you next time I see you, bro. You're still my homie.
Yes, I'm gonna be the
like,
exact same.
I'm not gonna get
That's more so where my mind went. Is like you can not respond to me for fucking a week, and then sometimes like bro, my aunt texted me today, and I'm like. I realized I hadn't responded from a text to her from like November 3rd. And like, I was like, oh my God. Like, I haven't responded to her text for like fucking 2 weeks. Didn't even realize. So like, I said I'm sorry about it, but then she didn't even really care. And I think it was like similar for her. She didn't necessarily care that I didn't respond to the text because next time I saw her, gave me a big hug, like fucking gives me a kiss, whatever. I'm like, thanks, Angina, whatever, good seeing you. Which, like, I thought was a little bit awkward. But I'm like, all right, whatever. Whatever, Angina. That's always, but that's always how she's been.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's all love.
And that's how you feel. I feel like that's how you determine who's real or who's not. Yeah. Like, you don't have to, like, my best friend, bro, like Mason.
Yes.
You met him. Yeah, you met him.
Mason?
Yeah.
Mason's literally in one of my classes.
Is he actually?
He came over to the bonfire that one night, right?
Yeah.
Bro, he literally comes up to me after his speech and he's like, yo, you remember me? I'm like, I've always thought you look familiar, but not necessarily. He's like, I'm Hayden's friend. I'm like, you're at the bonfire.
That's what's up, bro. I fucking love that dude,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't text him every day. I don't text him every week, bro. But, like, when I text him, we're always going to be still boys, bro. Yes. It doesn't matter what happens.
No matter what.
You don't have to be texting the person every single, like, hour, every single day. You know what I mean? To know that you guys are boys.
Yes.
I feel like I'm not saying anything sexist here or whatever, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's more same gender that does that. So like guys and guys
Yeah.
and girls are super connected like that.
Yeah.
But guys and girls are never like that, like with each other, if that makes sense. Unless you're dating. Unless you're dating in a relationship.
So, like guys and girls are never like always talking to each other, you're saying?
No. Fuck, dude, I just lost my track because I'm high.
My bad.
So like say me and you, right? We don't have to text every day or even every week to know that we're still boys.
No.
Say like a couple girls, like 2 girls in my work, 2 hostesses, they're best friends or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't have to be texting each other every day.
I see what you're saying.
I mean, but
I see what you're saying.
Generally and realistically, they'll probably text more than guys do.
A lot more, yeah.
But they wouldn't.
I would agree.
Like hypothetically, they wouldn't have to text every day.
Yes, they don't have to. They
but
just
I'm
choose
saying,
to more
like,
often.
I personally haven't seen a situation where there's a friend guy,
Yeah,
and a girl, like a friend girl.
Dude,
I said that shit backwards. Unless they're dating, obviously, and they're like, I don't know or whatever. Some shit's going on.
In some
dating,
type
married,
of like
they are always texting.
Yes,
bro. You know what I mean?
That like girls I talk to, I have to nail into their head. I'm not gonna be responding to you all day. Like, and I'll tell them, I'm like, I don't text my best friend every day. I'm like, I don't text my closest boys every day. Like, I don't text my mom. I don't text my dad every day. So like, I'll text you every day. But if I don't respond for a few hours, like, that doesn't mean I don't like you. That doesn't mean I'm mad. That doesn't mean I'm upset. That just means I didn't want to respond. Sometimes I don't want to be on my phone fucking responding all day. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like on my phone just like I'm trying to get some shit done on a game on my phone that I enjoy. I'm gonna see you at some point. And when I see you, I'm gonna put the game down. Yeah. So when I'm not with you, I'm just gonna enjoy my game on my phone. If I ignore your text for a little bit, we're probably talking about bullshit anyway. Like shit that's not really that important.
Just kind of like keeping the conversation going.
Yeah, just like whatever's going on back and forth. Like I'm gonna do the stuff I enjoy, and then when I'm with you, like whoever it is at that point, I guess my boy or like a girl or whatever. Yeah, I'll FaceTime you, and then my focus on you, my attention's on you. But like if I'm not with you, I'm not gonna be. And I still probably will think about the girl throughout the day. But it's like I'm not gonna be putting all my energy and focus just like toward you. But that's what I've noticed too. Is at least for me. Is that almost seems like the expectation. Is like you need to be texting me all day. We need to be talking all day, and if not, then like something's going on.
It's like stuck in my head too. Is like I can physically feel it in my body.
Yes.
In both of my relationships, bro. Like,
yes, bro.
I can feel like, dude, I gotta respond. She's gonna think she's just like,
yes,
like,
bro.
I physically feel it, and I know nothing's gonna happen.
Up. Yeah.
But that like. I feel like doing that and then actually not folding, but like responding quicker.
Yes.
And quicker.
Giving into it.
Is what gets you more attached, 100%. And I can speak from that from firsthand fucking experience.
And then it's harder to take a step back. Yeah. It's like once I'm responding to you a lot more frequently, then if I am responding to you less, then it almost does look weird. Yeah. It's like, oh, you've been responding to me for so long like this. Why now are you pulling back? It's like, that actually makes sense. You have a question to ask. Like, yeah, so
and like even think about it, like
think about it,
because if it's a relationship, say hypothetically, it's a relationship, and you guys see each other a bunch unless it's long distance. Like you guys see each other probably close to every day, every other day.
Yeah,
and once you guys separate, you don't really separate.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, or it's not a good thing. It's in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's however you
be
perceive
good and it can be bad. Yeah.
Whatever the situation is, it can.
And like you said, how you look at it depends on how you look at it.
But yeah, it's just like I definitely think I forget who was talking about that shit. Someone was talking about it upstairs this weekend, but it was like it's crazy how much social media has changed not only just people but like the world in so many different aspects. Like think about it from a relationship standpoint, bro. If you didn't have iMessage, Snapchat, Facebook, any of these fucking social medias to communicate, bro, you would have to call on the wall phone or a home phone and be like, you trying to hang out at this time or whatever, come over. Yeah. Yeah, and then you go home. What do you do? How do you communicate? You send a fax? No, bro, people didn't do that, bro. Going to. You saw each other at school, and then you guys you always made plans. Yeah. I feel like...
Now, what were you going to say?
Actually, I'm not going to say that. Go on.
What were you going to say?
No, I'm not going to say
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
Why not? Why not?
I just feel like people... It would be controversial.
But I think it should be said still. I think there's a lot of things that we say that could be controversial.
At least social media has made the general public so much more lazy, and not even in the terms of just sitting on your phone or sitting around on social media. Yeah. The fact that like you can have a calendar on your phone, the clock's on your phone, you can Google anything from the finger or the touch of a button, right bro. There. Like you can do virtually anything in the palm of your hand, bro. Bro, you could buy anything, sell anything. Trade anything, like bro, anything.
Talk to anybody, bro.
Exactly.
Like, Jordan Peterson would talk about this a lot, and it's something that I like have been thinking about recently. But you can like even something like porn. You can pull up naked women.
10 seconds.
One search, bro. You want to find celebrities, like news from celebrities. You can probably dig and find them shit somewhere. Like you can literally have access to everything. Whereas, like beforehand, you wanted to go even look at a girl, you had to walk out of your house. You had to, unless it was your fucking mom, which I hope you're not checking out your mom like that. But like, it's like, you want to go see a girl, you got to walk out of the crib. You got to go find a girl. You got to go talk to a girl. Like, there's no, and then when you go home, there's no, I'm gonna snap her, see what she's looking like. How's she looking tonight? You're looking good. Nope, I'm gonna see you next time. Like, there's no, okay, she seemed cute in public, but let me go on Insta and see, like, is she looking in her pictures and shit? Like, bro, what?
Who does she hang out with? Who does she know?
Who's she cool with? You're gonna have no fucking clue until you actually meet everybody. Which, like...
And, like, I kind of... Sorry to cut you off, but, like, I'm happy and I'm kind of... It sucks that we grew up in this generation because I'm completely fine with where I'm at and what I have at my... Like capabilities I have at my hand.
Yes,
at the same time, nice. I think it would have been so much more cool, if not cooler, to grow up, like, not... Yeah, where our parents grew up.
Without it?
Yeah, exactly, because... Yeah.
You know what I think would be cool is to grow up without social media, but still with like video games and stuff like that. Because when I was growing up, one of the coolest things to do would be to like.
Do you count instant messaging like iMessages, social media? So like, could you text? That's what I'm saying. And if there's some way to text,
I still kind of see that as social media because I see Snapchat as social media, and that's like mostly
but I feel
texting.
But I feel like a lot of I could see it from both ways with Snapchat.
Yeah, I mean I can see it with both ways from like pretty much anything. That's why like I wouldn't call iMessage itself like a social media, but it kind of is. Like it's social through a way of media. I mean, you could make make a group chat. And, like, now that's social. You could post.
And you can,
You could like, take a picture of an iMessage and post it somewhere. So, and then it would become on, like, out there to the media, I guess, right?
Okay, I can see where you're coming from.
And it's a social, like...
But think about it. Like I said, it would be only iMessage.
Yeah, so just texting.
Yeah, so it's like, no video call.
Why I would still say that, though, is it would still take your attention away from what you're doing in the moment to, like, go and conversate with someone you're not around. Which is why I would say that, like, it's why I would fuck with video games. Well, it's why I would fuck with video games when you're growing up. Because, like, in video games, right, you still have to have, like, not online video games, but, like, I would play Smash Bros. All the time growing up with my brothers. So it's like I could come home, I could have my buddies over. Yeah. Now, I still had to have you over. You still had to come to my crib. I still had to interact with you. But then we could, like, put our attention onto a video game. Like, play something on there, do something on the controller, whatnot. But then once we left, we still had no contact. It's not like I could go online and hit you up on the video game or, like, go on iMessage and text you, like, yo, what's up? Now we're out of contact anymore. Like, or we're, like, in that situation with no iMessage.
Yeah,
it's like, now we're out of contact. Like, you gotta eventually meet up again somewhere. And, like, I just think that without social media and largely social media, like, internet a little bit too and, like, electronics, but, like, largely social media, I think that people would just be more focused in the moment. And I also feel like they would be more focused on things that were important to them instead of things that aren't important to them. Because that's literally, like, me and Aaron talked about deleting social media literally last night. And I'm like, literally, the reason I delete social media is because I get on there and I feel like I'm just mindlessly scrolling, doing stuff I don't even really care about. It's just, I don't know what to do, so...
Dude, that's what all of us turned into, too. Because even, like, when social media was at its beginning... Like, it was generally just social media, like friends following friends.
Yes, truly.
Posting. But now, like, on every single app you find, bro, you can't scroll at least 3, like, scrolls without finding some type of ad.
Yes.
Or some type of bullshit that you don't want to see, bro.
You watch a video more than, if you want to watch a video more than twice on fucking Instagram, it plays twice, and then you have to click watch again, and then it brings you into Reels. And then you either have to swipe out of the reel, and then you can scroll on your normal feed, or you're just scrolling through the fucking reel. You know how many people probably... That's why they do it. That's literally why they do that shit. They let you play it twice. You click try again. Now you are watching it in the reels. Most people sit in those fucking reels and start scrolling in the reels now. Yeah, and you're just deeper into social media.
It's the same shit on every social media too, bro. It's just different names.
Yes.
TikTok, For You page, Reels.
YouTube Reels.
Whatever the Snapchat story. YouTube Shorts, Snapchat stories.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts.
Like, it's all the same thing, and it's all, like... Majority of what I see now is just, like, reposted, re-edited like bad content. Now,
Yes.
I'm not talking about good content.
Nothing
like,
really valuable.
bad content taken from other people's accounts, just reposted for
and
views.
Just, yeah,
it's the same exact video.
Yes.
Like, dude, and like majority of it, like I get it. If you're trying to like, I guess if you're looking at it from like, I don't know why you even do that from like a financial standpoint or just trying to get views.
Yeah, you can make like a business out of it or something like that, I guess.
But like, I don't know, bro. It gets to a point where I'm like, there's too many people doing the same thing.
Yes.
Now. And like I get the whole idea of being an influencer and everything because look at what we're doing. We're influencing through YouTube. But at the same time, like we're having raw conversations rather than, and like I guess just
like random bullshit.
Yeah,
that,
like random bullshit that like it's funny and like trust me, I scroll all the time.
And
like,
we'll still throw in like some funny shit, or like some random bullshit here and there, but that's not gonna be our whole video.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of our stuff is more meaningful, at least to us. Like I see it as more meaningful, and if I see it as meaningful, that's why I want to put it out there because I would hope that the other people watching it find it as meaningful and enjoyable.
And everyone that has actually talked back to us about that's all they've said is like they like what we talk about and how deep we get, which is dope.
And that's what we do, bro. Like that's always what we've done.
Yeah, we pull people out of that.
Like, and that I go and talk to people just like, bro. I had fucking I was talking to Aaron about it the other day because me and Aaron just like. When we get into deep conversations, we just like go so out there. Like we'll just talk about like space and just like that's why I love Aaron, bro. Just like talk about the randomest shit. But also I think her name was Maddie from Ferris. And she was over here one night and she came up.
Oh, I know what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, I remember like because I had met her only once before. She's like, I remember talking to you before and like. I remember you and Aaron were just like talking about space and just like all this deep stuff and it's super cool. She's like, I just remember thinking I just wanted to be in your mind. Yeah, and I was just like I didn't even know how to respond because I was just so caught off guard. That's what I was saying to Aaron. I'm like that was like the coolest fucking thing to hear, but also like I've thought about things like would I want somebody in my mind or would I want to be in somebody else's mind, and I've always said no. Like no, bro. There's too much shit that goes on in people's minds. Yeah, like. Yeah, bro, it'd be way too much going on.
It's a different perspective in every single situation you've ever seen.
Ever, and you're like, this is all. It'd be an overload. Like you'd probably just
emotional or a mental overload.
Yeah, you'd probably just go crazy. Like you could potentially even die probably just from being so stressed out. Like what the fuck is happening? Like I could see that being possible. So like even when she said that, I'm like, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. But then I was just like thank you, and I think I was just like that's just what we do. Like we're deep thinkers are like I like to have talks like that. Like that's just how I am. But
I got a compliment from dude, I don't remember who the fuck was it. It was a girl. I don't remember which girl gave it to me. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't even say her name.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, I feel you.
But
and Maddie was the right name, right? Taller.
Yeah, that's Maddie.
Brunette chick.
Shout out Maddie. Maddie's dope.
Shout out Maddie.
But it was some girl, and we were talking, and she told me that I was cute, but she said, but the biggest thing that she liked about me is like, she said my personality was like no one she's ever met before. And I'm like, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm good looking. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But,
no, I'm looking fresh.
Yeah. I just like, but no one ever just says that to people. You know what I mean?
Just like outwardly?
Yeah, outwardly. Yeah. Like,
and I feel like heard that from girls I've talked to before, but like you said, that's one of the best compliments I've ever heard.
100%, bro. Yeah. Because if you can fuck with someone, what I've noticed, especially in today's society, I feel like, that's going back to the TikTok thing too, because like all TikTok promotes, at least like what I see now, is like all these interviews of these girls getting interviewed and like about like have you ever cheated on your boyfriend or whatever, and it just promotes that like all girls are cheaters, all girls like I understand like what people I understand what you're thinking because that's what you see.
Yeah.
But if you generally like honestly don't even look and just go about life, it will happen, and you will meet. There's always that one person out there, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yes.
And you never expect it. I'm saying, like, expect the unexpected, bro.
Yes.
Nothing ever, like...
And social media just, like you said, it just shows you that shit.
Yeah, and, like,
all girls are cheaters and, like, shit like that. So then you just, like, believe it. Like,
it's about watch time, too, bro. So if you watch those videos longer, that's what they're going to promote to you more.
Yeah.
It's basic marketing, and people never realize it. And
no, like, they don't put
two and two together. Why is this shit popping up on my feed? I'm like, if you actually looked at it, what videos do you watch the most? And then they, like... they like this kind of video, so let's promote more of that video.
Let's throw you that shit. Yeah. That's why like I see the anime shit bro. Or rapping and freestyling all the time. Like, that's the shit I fuck with, but that's the shit I see. But, like, someone saying that, chick saying to you that, you were just like someone, your personality was like someone she'd never met. That's what the Jessica girl used to say to me all the time. But I also think
I'm pretty sure, too.
And I think, though, that's why she was, like, so obsessed with me at the same time was just because I was so different. And like that's why I think that, because I've said to my mom a lot, I'm like, people just tend to gravitate toward me sometimes. I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm like, it's not like I try to do it. Like, I'm like, people just fuck with me, and that's not everybody. I know a handful of people too who don't like me, and I walk through life and I'm like, yeah, there's probably people who don't like who I am, like because I'm me, and like people just for some reason don't like you when you are who you are. Like they just for some reason they always have something bad to say, always have something negative to say, instead of just like be who the fuck you are, and who cares who anybody else is. Like just live your life then. Go enjoy it. Like why does it matter what I'm doing? But it just comes from being different. And I think everyone is vastly different. Just the people who are more different are the people who are more willing to be themselves. Because like no two people are the exact same. Like we were talking about, no people have lived the same life, seen the same thing. So no two people are the same. So like if you just like, I get like, I don't know how to really explain it either. It's not like if you just live your life this way, but in my mind, when I look at my life and I understand my life, I find that to be why I live the way I do. It's 'cause I'm like, this is the life I've lived. This is how I understand life. This is how I looked at it. This was the plate or the cards that I was dealt. So now this is what I'm gonna do. Like this decision I'm gonna make, and everyone has that choice. And like when I look into the world too, I feel like I see a lot of people who just look stuck or feel like they have no choice. And I've been right there. That's the only reason I feel like. And when I say I can see things, I'm like, that's the only reason I see them is because I've been right fucking there, like stuck, lost, feel like I had nowhere to go, like no control over my life, all shit like this, like just like depressed and lost. And I look out and I feel like I see a lot of that in the world, and it just like it's sad to see, but that's also why I want to help people, because I'm like that also is. I don't think it's necessary, but it makes people stronger. It's like the harder shit you go through, the stronger that you're gonna be.
Yeah.
So I'm like not necessary, but it's not a bad thing that people are like sad or depressed or lost. I'm like, you got to be lost to find yourself, or like. A simple way to put it to me is I'm like, you got to ask a question to get an answer. If you never ask a question, you'd never get an answer. You'd always just be having questions floating around that you're too scared to ask. Maybe you just don't want to ask, too lazy to ask, whatever it is. It's like once you ask the question, you'll get an answer. And so I was telling that to like Blake the other day. I'm like, bro, you ask yourself. Like, I don't want to get into his stuff too much. So like,
yeah, we probably could talk about it when he's here.
Yeah, like with him, yeah. But I'll throw like just a little something in there. But he's talking to me more about some problems you're dealing with, and I'm like, ask yourself, like, what are these problems? So he starts opening to me, and he's like asking these questions. He's like, well, I know what they are. I'm like, well, what are they, right? And then the more he started to openly accept them, he knew what they were. He just had to take the time to look at them. Yeah. He was just hiding them deep down. It's like, no, bro, like they're there. You just gotta look. You gotta ask the questions and then look at the answer, and then be like, okay, this is how I feel, and then based off of that, what makes sense for you to do? What do you think would be the best decision for you? And then it's like, if you ask that question, you'll probably get an answer of what at least what you think is the best decision for you. Doesn't mean it's gonna be the best decision. Doesn't mean it's gonna be good or like work a fucking miracle. I don't know. You gotta make many good decisions to go somewhere. But it starts with at least making one decision that you think for yourself is good. And I'm like, the more that you think for yourself and like don't really care about other people's opinions or their perspectives, the better off you're gonna be.
And kind of going off, what the fuck did you say? No, it's going off what you said. But you said these specific words that I can't remember, but it's kind of going back to like, remember when I was telling you about that counseling, what I do at that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, what did you say, bro? Fucking ask a question, you'll get an answer.
Ask a question, you'll get an answer.
It's kind of sort of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Just in a different word or just worded differently.
Yeah.
Because so basically in my counseling meeting, she goes, basically get this box in your mind, just put it in your mind.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Open up that box, and what you want to do is trap all the things, or basically put the things, which is in my notes, so I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Things that I don't like about myself and that I want to improve on, and basically close it.
Yeah.
And here, I'll actually get a couple out.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking about it yesterday, and you said you want to throw some on the podcast, so yeah, let's get into that shit.
But like...
So it's crazy, because I used to do that shit, like, heavily.
Let's see. I don't like... Let me see. Which one I want to say, bro.
But I think any of them.
All right, this one. Actually, I feel like a lot of people can relate to this one. It just depends how hard it hits.
Bet.
But it's I personally what I think in my mind is when I meet someone, not anyone one of my boys or anything, not anyone who I know, but it's when someone who I don't know, like first interaction, I automatically assume that I can't trust them and that they don't like me. And it's I don't know why, but it's just because all this actually just basically what I've learned throughout my whole life, and I guess just how I go about it. It's not saying it's a bad thing, like I hate them or anything, because I'm always down to talk to anyone.
Of course.
Um,
Yeah. Also,
but
you're one of the nicest people I fucking know. Like one of the best people I know. For sure.
Hey, like I said, spread positivity, bro. I'll talk to anyone. But yeah, what was I going? I was talking to everyone.
Like you thinking that people don't like you when you first meet.
Oh yeah, I'll
It's, like,
talk
not
to
a bad
someone.
thing.
But how I do it is like once I start talking to you more and more, that's how I gain trust, or like I kind of just gain knowledge on who you are.
Yes.
And that's how I see it. And then I'm like, I kind of ask myself the question, what could I see myself hanging out with this person outside of the situation I'm in right now?
Yes.
And if it's a yes, okay, we'll talk to him.
Yeah.
And even if it's a no, I'll probably talk to him more because I barely know you.
Yes.
But I already kind of have that first initial, I don't want to say like, I can't think of words right now.
Yeah. Because
you know what I'm trying to say.
Almost like initial judgment.
That's what. Yeah, that's exactly.
It's not like you're judging the person.
Yeah,
like whether they are good or bad. It's just
what
I hang out with them or not really. Which doesn't mean that they're a good or bad person, but it could be like, are they good or bad for your life? Because I'm like, there's some people who are probably great fucking people, but they probably don't work out a lot or aren't very focused on like school or like getting better at for example, a sport. So in my mind, it's like, damn, they're a great person, but probably not great for me to be around because I'm gonna be wasting a lot of. It would seem like wasting my time because I'm not doing what I seem to be valuable. But they're still a good person. Like, it doesn't mean that they're not a good person. It just means that for me, we're probably not going to hang out much.
Exactly.
Probably not going to chill much after
like... It sounds kind of harsh to say, but in my life, I don't have any value coming to me from hanging out with you.
Not a bunch of value.
That's the truth. That's not being like
But I'm also probably not giving them a lot of value either.
Exactly.
Like, it goes both ways.
Connect well.
Yes, it goes both ways. Like, it's not like it's one-sided either. And people see shit as that, like, a lot of times. Just, like, very one-sided. It's like, bro, nothing is one-sided.
Exactly.
Like, everything has... I was going to say everything has two sides, but everything has a fucking unlimited sides if you really want to, like, go that deep. I say all the time, perspective is unperceivable. You can't perceive every perspective on anything, bro. Like, and I used to try to explain it, but it's hard to explain. Like, I'm like, you look at that mic, I'm like, anyone could perceive it in a different way. You could perceive it physically. Okay, the mic is sitting on a table. It's sitting straight. It has, like, dots on it. But you could also be like, damn, is that a mic? Oh, or there's a fucking design here. Oh, or there's these little holes in it. And you could go anywhere fucking with it. How did that get created? Who brought that here? Why are you guys using that mic? Like, there's an infinite amount of ways that anyone could look at literally anything. So it's like nothing's one-sided. Everything has a bunch of sides. But you need to be willing to, like, ask questions and then listen to understand a different side of it. Yeah. So I'm like, or because if you don't, you're only going to see your side. You're only going to see what you see, and, like, that is all. Which I'm like, yes, you should see what you see, but also, like...
be open to other people.
Yes. Yeah, take what other people have to say into account. Because just because you see it that way, and that is how you see it, that's probably your truth, but that doesn't mean that it's right, or that it's just fact. Because you see it that way, it's just fact. Like, I feel like a lot of people... Like, I don't want to get political, but I feel like politics are a lot that way. Like, I see it this way, so this is right, and anyone who sees it differently is a fucking idiot, and you're stupid,
oh, they 100%
and you're, like,
is. And
people, you have mental health issues, or, like, some bullshit.
People disagreeing with that statement literally proves your point.
Yeah. They're not open to hear.
If you can't admit that politics is either this way or that way, you don't watch politics in modern day. Like, it's fucking stupid how bad that is. Like,
yes, it is, bro.
And we're both the two most unpolitical people you'll ever meet. Like, we don't give a shit about that.
My brother gets on me for not looking at politics all the time.
Dude, my grandma does. Like, my parents don't even care, but my grandma does hella. She's like, you should vote. It's your right. I'm like, I don't want to. Right. So, shout out. I love you, Grandma. I love you, Grandma.
Right. And like, respect to anyone who does vote. Like, personally, and even the last little elections that were going on, like, I didn't vote. I didn't even really have the time to, and I wasn't going to go out of my way to go and do it. I'm like, whichever way it goes, sure. Like, but I'm going to keep living my life.
Exactly. I'm just going to keep booing over here, bro.
Right.
Chilling.
And there will probably come a point where I do vote, just for, like, I guess whatever I see to be better, even if it's a president. I'm like, I like how this guy views the presidency better. So maybe it'll come to a point where I start voting.
Because I don't think
I want to do that, but not yet have I been like, I need to vote, like, right now. I'm like,
he needs to be in office.
Yes, this person needs to.
You know, because I can't remember the last time I heard anything positive about either president, bro. It's always just bashing on each other. Bro.
Yes, bro. Like, this person does this. That's
or
stupid.
Like from the other.
We're doing this.
I don't want to say the other side, but like, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously you're going to take the same side that you're on sides with.
Yes.
But I can't remember the last time I saw a Democrat agree with someone. And I know there is. Like, we don't see it in everyday life.
Yes.
But like, from what we see,
we don't get to see
I don't ever see that shit, bro.
No.
And like, that just stems back to like, there's so much negativity in the world, bro.
Yes.
Like, why can't, like, you're telling me in 8 to 10 years we haven't found anyone better than these two people?
That's all we got?
Yeah.
That's all we got?
But why are they the only two options?
Out of the millions of motherfuckers who are like in this country that probably would want to be president. It's like these are the two best picks we have. And but if you look at it too, politics are one thing that like since politics in school largely, there's probably a lot of other stuff that I'm not thinking about, but that two in my mind. Politics in school largely since like when they started being a thing, that haven't really changed. They've been the same pretty much across the board. Like you got two parties, like you're like originally it was your Whigs and your Democrats, I think. Now you just have your Republicans and your Democrats. You each see stuff different ways. Like we're all voting for somebody, which is good, but like you even look into our Constitution, it's pretty much the exact same when the country was made. Like, yeah, we passed more like laws and stuff like that, but it's always smaller shit. It's like small shit that, like I said, doesn't really affect everyday life. Like it's not gonna affect how life goes day to day. It's all small shit, and it's the same way with school. Politics in school. School made for factory workers. You sit in a straight line of desk. You're all sitting in front of a teacher. You're all learning the same exact thing. You're all going for this one goal. It's like, what if not everybody wants to go for the same goal? Not everybody learns the same way. Not every teacher is a good teacher for every kid. Like, not every kid understands the teacher. Not every teacher understands the kid. So, like, and it's never changed. So, I'm like, those are two things that in our country I think could use, like, at least some change.
And I feel like it's kind of an add-on, but, like, shit. Oh, like add-on, like, just, like, the people, like, so consider, like, both sides again. Democrat, Republican.
Yeah.
Like, I 100% can see where, like, people are like, oh, no, this president's better in that way.
Yes.
But I feel like when they say that, the other side perceives it as, oh, this president's better overall.
Yes.
And I'm like,
yes.
You can't say that anyone, like, no matter what, Biden's not better in every single category, or neither is Trump.
No.
Both sides have their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yes.
But people put
humans.
aside half
they're
of
humans.
that shit.
Like,
yeah, they're humans. No one's perfect.
Yes, not
so
at
everyone
all.
And everyone has a different view on everything.
Yes.
It's just, dude, this is why I can't do. It's just like so annoying to keep up with.
Yes.
And I don't know, bro. If like,
and there's a lot.
If I made it my entire life, and I'm only 20, so like I have had 2 years to even sit. My say is worth the shit.
Really think about it.
Yeah. But from what I've seen, bro, and what I've like picked up on, it's honestly pointless to vote because honestly it's all electoral votes. From what I know,
at the end of the day,
I am stupid at this shit. So correct me if I'm wrong, but
I mean it's not
all electoral.
That, but like
it's the majority.
For example, Hillary Clinton lost the election but won the popular vote. You know, I'm not saying that she should have been president. I didn't even fucking vote that year, but she won the popular vote but didn't win the presidency. So it's like, does our vote count?
Yeah, does
but
it
you're
really
telling
matter?
me that the people's vote as a majority won but lost the election. Like, so did my voice matter then? Like,
exactly.
Fuck it. I might as well have not voted.
Is
for
it my
Hillary,
right?
Like,
or is it kind of just my choice? You know what I mean?
And I feel like it's like, the thing is it's just like half. Like it's like half your right and half your choice. Because you do get to choose. Your choice does influence the electoral college votes and shit like that. But it's not like your choice isn't, I feel like, as solidified as, at least I would want it to be. Like if my choice was more solidified, like I voted and it felt like it actually mattered more, and who I voted for, if they won, they're going to get it, and like give more power to the people, I guess is what I'm saying, than to the politics. Just give more power to other branches of politics. The electoral college is still just part of the politics. They have more power. And
yeah,
the people,
government ran.
And then the people have the least power. But it's like the people's the biggest majority. Like the people should have the most power, and the government should just keep us in fucking line. Like, yes, we don't want our country going fucking... And I don't know how to run a country. I'm not going to sit here and say this is the
I hope we don't get
the
flamed in
fix.
the comments, but I don't know.
We may. I don't know. I'm not saying it's the fucking fix, but like...
I like to look at that shit.
Right, but it's like, why not just let people do what they want, but just, like, keep them on track?
To an extent, yeah.
Yes, it's like, okay, we shouldn't just be able to rob whoever the fuck we want or go be out on the street. Shouldn't be the purge. We shouldn't be out going out killing people, whatever. Like, have some type of way of keeping people in line, but, like, I just feel like people deserve more... even more freedom, which is weird because we're the freest fucking country out there. We can do pretty much whatever, but
I always say, I think I said this in an earlier podcast, we're the best option.
We were talking about
for
this.
most people.
Yes, for most people, we're the best option, and it depends on what you're looking for too. Like some people just like their like religion more, so they're gonna be somewhere where that's more the culture and shit like that. But for most people, especially
trying to make a lifestyle, for
themselves, yes, and be able to build like their own life and shit. America's just the best option for sure. And like people always say, America's like, oh, America's the greatest country, blah blah. Trust me, I'm fucking thankful for what I have. I'm not living like I saw Mexico's culture, how that is. I have my shit taken care of. I live in a great fucking place. I am thankful for that. I'm thankful for my parents, everything they've done for me. But in my mind, America is not. There's no greatest country. Not one country is the greatest. Like in politics, how each person has like their good thing, but there's positives and negatives. Same way in America. America has a lot of positives, and like of all the positives America has,
positives, right? I guess you could say.
Yeah, but also has like the largest negatives. We have like the most school shootings by over.
I probably just say criminal activity.
Oh, for sure, easily. But we also have the most school shootings by over 200 of any country. It's like we're out here school shootings, like not fucking even adults. We're out here killing kids. Like we're the best country though by over 200 fucking school shootings though. Like bro,
you have to be watching your back wherever you go nowadays, man.
Yes, and that's one stat to me that like already is like glaring, saying like America's not as great.
Yeah, and it'd be different if it was like 50 more. The fact that you said it's over 200, bro.
Yeah, we have like 239 or like 240 the last I was looking at it, I think, and the next highest was like Mexico with 13.
We had like 150 shootings in 1 year, bro. Like, are you kidding me?
And that's unheard of. Like, it's just getting worse in that standpoint.
And I don't want to get in all the gun rights and shit because that's the least favorite thing talking about. But like, I hate the whole thing. Is gun kill people? People kill people? Both do.
Both, literally,
like,
bro.
Both do, bro. Like, you can't deny that.
You can't pick and choose one or the other. Like, they both are doing it. So, yeah, bro. And sorry for getting a little political on y'all, which is funny because I was more so breaking down the politics.
Yeah, it's funny from our perspective because, like we said, like we don't not study, but we're not into politics at all. Yeah, we kind of just we just see what we glance on social media every once in a while. Right. Like, oh, this is a big story or whatever. Right. But we don't. Like you said, we haven't voted. I don't know if you have. I've never voted.
I've never voted, yeah.
I'm just not into that, personally.
Yeah, not really.
And when the time comes, will I? Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe I will.
Right. We'll see.
As of right now, I don't need to.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I have to.
And, like, again, this is a, like, place for, we want everybody to feel open and free to do what they want. Like, if y'all want to talk about whatever in the comments, how you see some shit, agree, disagree, I'm not fighting with nobody, and I don't want to be in arguments. But
we actually encourage that shit.
But if we want to just talk about different perspectives and have great conversations 100%. And shit like that, go down below, drop a comment. We'll respond. We'll talk to you guys.
Yes, sir.
See what's up. So we'd love to get to know our viewers as well and how our viewers think. And if anything, that's just better for us because then we know what y'all are looking for. So
I can get to the Andre question too.
Oh yeah, bro, yeah.
It could be considered political, but it's kind of just like a critical thing, like a deep thinking question. Yeah. He asked me. He goes, "I want you to ask Carlos today at the podcast." Right. And because I've known the question for a while, but I haven't even thought about it. Yeah. Because I kind of want to get a raw answer. Okay. But he goes, "If you could abolish one thing in the world completely, what would it be?" So like it could be like a person, a group of people, a thing that happens. Like let's say even if you wanted to like a government agency, a sport. Yeah. Like racism could be a good example. Like, I don't know what category you put that under. But
what's funny is the first thing that came to my mind is slavery, like, and I guess not because there's still slavery that goes out there in the world, and obviously there's not literally slaves in America, but even just like holding somebody down, like confining someone to a group, even just like stereotypes and shit like that. I almost see that as like a form of slavery, more mental than physical, but like you're categorizing these people, they are only this to you, they can be nothing else. A lot of times that's like, whether it's positive or negative view, I almost see that as like not literally slavery, but a way of like holding somebody down. And so I guess that's what I would want to take out. Like if I wanted to abolish something, it'd probably be that, like any way of holding people down or like stopping people, anything that stops someone from being themselves. That's what I would want to abolish. I guess I don't know the word for that, but anything that stops somebody from being themselves, that's what I want to abolish. I don't want to say, nah, fuck that. Just be yourself.
I have a good one, bro, that I don't think you would think of. But I don't know how to say it. It's either... So I would either say abolish mental illness or anxiety. Completely. But I know what you're thinking right now because I know you're automatically thinking about what would happen from a negative side. And like, although anxiety is obviously not a positive in any type of situation, I feel like it's a necessity to be able to understand what life is. Yeah. So I don't know if I can say that. Yeah. It was just what I thought of on the top of my head. Yeah. I guess I could say mental illness. I don't know. I can't.
And I would ask though, like, Because I almost think that anxiety and mental illness falls under the category that I was, like, talking about. Maybe that's me throwing it under a category. But, just, like, holding people down. I think mental illness is a way of holding somebody down. It's saying, like, you have a mental illness, so now you are, like, different. And a lot of times people think that means they're lesser. Most people have a mental illness, I guarantee you, if you took a study. I haven't done it, but I can almost guarantee. If you took a study of people with mental illness, a lot of them would think they are lesser than other people. And a lot of the ones who thought they were greater than other people probably were doing some fucked up shit. Anybody who's, like, egotistical like that, not anybody, but a lot of people who are egotistical like that aren't always doing the most positive things. They only care about themselves. They're just shitty.
Yeah.
So, but... Like,
sorry, I'll tell you what Andre said to you.
Alright, bet. It definitely will.
It's funny.
But me and my aunt and uncle had a lot of talks about whether anxiety and depression really exists, because what really, like, defines something as anxiety and depression other than a human saying that is anxiety? Like, when humans were here, just like, say anxiety and depression wasn't a term yet, right? Hadn't even been thought about. We're not even thinking about anxiety and depression. Everyone's still fucking thinking, but it no longer is anxiety and depression, because you haven't said these are anxiety, yeah, and these are depression, like, specifically. You haven't said that yet, right? And so nobody knows. We're just doing our thing. You may be sad, you may be happy, whatever. You're not seeing it as anxiety and depression until someone says that is anxiety, that is depression, and then you look at it differently. Because once that is said, I look at it more negatively. I'm like, damn, I'm just being anxious. Damn, I'm just depressed. Like, it almost brings me further down. Again, like, I'd say anything that holds someone down, it almost feels like it holds me down. Like, I'm anxious, I'm depressed. Whereas, like, maybe I'm fucking sad. Maybe I'm fucking upset. Maybe I'm fucking hurting. Boo says it has to be like, I'm just in this state of depression. Because that's what it almost how it says. You're in this state of depression. Yeah. But almost like it's a place you can't escape. It's like, so what, I'm just stuck here in depression?
Depression is kind of a label of, like, an emotion or feeling that you feel, I feel like.
Yes.
Like, that's what everyone knows. Like, I feel like when everyone says, like, how you doing? You're like, oh, dude, I've just been depressed. Everyone automatically assumes, like, they know what to assume. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like it said, it's a label created for a certain mindset or certain mental state,
certain feelings, even shit like that. But what I would want to ask, when someone tells me they're depressed, my next question, my uncle literally calls me the fucking why guy, because this is what I do. But, like, next question, somebody, yeah, I've been anxious, I've been depressed. What's going on, man? Like, how you been feeling? Like, why? I'm not just gonna be like, I've been anxious or depressed. Oh, okay, for sure. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it, bro. That's just a word to me.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I get it hypothetically, because I also have been depressed, but I'm not going through what you're going through.
Yeah, so I don't know what's causing you to feel that way, and I don't know what you're feeling. Sometimes I've been depressed, but I haven't actually felt like sad. I've just been, like, more mad, or just more angry, or I have been sad, or I've just been upset, or I'm just tired, and it feels like depression. So I like to ask, like, why? And the more that, like, and I ask myself the same question, is why? The more that, like, I break it down or look into it and get more specific beyond just depression, that's what helps me start to get past the depression. It's like, why am I feeling depressed? Okay, I'm feeling this way. This is what I've been going through. I had a rough day. Damn, and then I look back at it and it's like, fuck, dude. I was struggling in school. I had a D in this class. I need to pass, like, my math class that's eligible for basketball. And then, like, I realize it's all these things. Like, it's a little thing that I'm explaining that was happening, like, last week. It's actually all these things that were stacking that were just bringing me down. So I'm like, oh. Instead of just looking like, oh, depression, shut down, I'm depressed, I'm actually feeling sad, I'm actually upset with myself because I'm not doing shit I need to be doing, and then I can take action. Because I'm like, damn, that's what it is I got to do. And then I go and do it. And usually I feel way better. And then after the fact, I'm like, damn, bro, I did that shit. Why am I going to be sad or down? I did what I fucking had to do. Bet. Like, I got that shit out the way.
Yes, sir.
So, and that's why I don't, and that's why I say that, like, it's hard to throw anxiety and depression under under a label, because it is just, it itself is just a label. Yeah. So, but what were you gonna say about, like, what Andre was saying? Yeah.
Bro, okay, so, like, obviously it's like, you think it's a pretty deep question, right?
Oh, it is a deep question.
When he first told me that.
And I know Andre's a deep ass thinker.
You will be surprised at what his answer was, bro. We fucking so he came up to me randomly in the middle of work.
That is just a
like, I don't know if you've ever been to West. Have you been to West Side?
Never been in there.
So, like, there's a wall, and then on the other side, like, a wall probably about like this high. Okay. And then on the other side, like, there's a corner. That's where my section is.
Yeah, I got you.
And then on the other side is, like, one of the sections where people can sit and eat.
Okay. Is the wall that's, like, this high where you get plates and shit, like where you grab food, or
nothing's just, like, actually on the wall, but on the other side, yeah, there's, like, just hella I don't know if there's big ass, like, silver like this, but on wheels.
Oh,
two stacks high, just with, like, napkins, plates, forks, fucking anything you need. Soup, pickles,
on the other
all
side
shit.
Yeah, whatever you need. Gotcha.
But So yeah, he leans over. In the middle, I don't remember. It's like ending the rush, but there's still people ordering.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yo, Hayden, guess what?" I'm like, "Whatever," or something like that. He goes,
Yeah.
I got a question for you to ask Carter in the podcast. I'm like, "Bet." And then he told me the question. And then like 5 minutes later, he comes over and he goes, "You want to know what my answer was?" I'm like, "Yeah." Already thinking it's gonna be a deep ass answer. He goes, "Motherfucking pigeons." I look at him. I'm like, "Wait, are you talking about like the bird?" He goes, "Yeah, I hate pigeons, bro." I'm like, "So you wouldn't pick like racism or world peace?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Nah, bro, pigeons." I'm like, "What?" All right, I respect it. I'm not gonna. I respect it. I fucking love that shit, bro. And then it was funny because we were still talking about it, and then another one of our coworkers comes up, and somehow she heard pigeons, and then I'm like, "Why did you choose that?" She goes, "Wait, what did you do?" And I go, "If you could abolish one thing in the world, he chose pigeons." She goes, "What?" I'm
What?
like, dude, I fucking love Andre, bro. That was fucking hilarious. Bro.
And it's funny. I'm so glad that happened too because just like literally today, right? Andre called me, FaceTime me this morning, see if I want to get on Rocket League. I updated my game, and my game finished updating like a few hours before he went to work. He said he went to work on 3, but I didn't end up hopping on. Like, and I felt bad because I'm like, damn, bro, I didn't hop on. Like, I ain't text Andre, and I'm going to after this. But like, text Andre and be like, my bad, bro, I didn't hop on. Like, next time you're on, my shit's updated. Like, let me know and I'll be on. But he went to work after that happened, and then told you to ask me a question on the podcast. That just showed he didn't give a fuck that like I didn't end up hopping on Rocket League. Like literally what we've been talking about. And he didn't like judge me off that. He was like, it is what it is.
And you know how he asked? He goes, "Don't think I'm ignorant for not responding to your text."
Yeah.
So he kind of reversed it.
He did, yeah. And he didn't. He didn't. And then he like, but he held the same like standard that he held himself to. Like, don't judge me harshly because I didn't send you a text. Like, I'm just like. Just living my life, yeah. Who knows what's going on? And for me, it was like he didn't judge me harshly for not getting on the game or responding to him or giving him something.
Yeah.
He was, if anything, he made a positive out of it. Yo, I asked this question on the podcast that I think we should have a great conversation about.
That shit was that was a good question.
Bro.
Nah, I think his aunt, dude, I was crying. Not crying. I was like, what? I was so like caught off guard.
That almost was like an arid answer.
I don't even think he gave a reason. I don't even think I asked for his reason.
Yeah.
Like, I just left it at that.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of gave his reason.
Yeah.
I fucking hate pigeons.
Yeah. That shit was funny.
Funny as fuck.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. That's funny because that literally reminds me of some shit that Aaron would say too. It's like, Aaron, if you could botch one thing,
I could
like,
see him saying that.
Like, fuck dogs, bro. Dogs are fucking annoying. Just piss on the ground, like, just go.
You'd be like,
some,
all
like,
Michigan sports, bro.
Fuck you, Michigan, bro. Yeah. Abolish them.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. Fuck that shit, bro. Anything that's non-state.
That shit's funny as fuck, bro.
Man.
Do you got anything you want to talk about, bro?
But, I don't. Let me check my notes. I might have had one more thing, but I was almost thinking that. Like, that was a decent episode.
Yeah, I'm chilling either way. We can talk about one more thing or call it.
Yeah, I don't have anything new in the notes, so. You got anything?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it's still going on. See why it wouldn't be. No, it should be fine.
Yeah, hour 18.
Show.
So we can go for a little longer if you want. Unless you have nothing. I'm cool.
So you got anything else you want to talk about then?
I'll talk about anything.
Yeah.
I guess Modern Warfare.
Have not, but I talked to Jimmy about it, and he said the campaign was fucking sick.
Something that y'all could talk about.
What? Oh!
Shit, yeah, let's get into that. Here, can we pan the camera real quick, Joe? To that? Or no?
Or would you rather, like, get a clip after the fact?
We can throw, like, pictures of, like, how you were talking about your
totally
Cancun trip.
Yeah.
Totally send them the drone. It'd be so easy to, like, just throw it up, like, while y'all are talking.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so if that's the case, I don't want to hear any of this bullshit in the comments before we get into this. You just started listening to Takeoff because he died.
And hold up, before we even, now y'all probably know, but the picture over here is Hayden has had this, and just to prove what he's saying, he has had this fucking portrait since his last room, like last year in fucking.
Yeah, I've had that since senior year of high school.
Since senior year of high school, he's had this picture, and it's a Migos picture. So, like we're
if
going.
you haven't heard the news or whatever, our boy Takeoff died. Dude, I think it was like a dice incident I saw. Wasn't that right? Like
I think it was.
Incident?
They were playing a dice game.
Yeah, and it's you know how crazy it would be because Quavo was his uncle.
Yeah.
Because he was there too to see your nephew he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
Like one boy, he's dead.
And he got shot multiple times though, didn't he? But just
I think
like
multiple times. One killed him though.
Yeah, and like the more stories that I've seen about who Takeoff was as a person, the more sad.
No,
it
honestly,
almost,
bro.
makes me, because I hear people talk about it and they're like, nah, Takeoff was the glue. Like Takeoff held us together. Takeoff was the wise one. Like all shit like that, and like that gives me goosebumps thinking about it. I'm like, bro, and to see him being the one who goes. And
it sucks that they were talking about, or like there was rumors of them breaking up before that even happened.
Yes.
Because like I don't want to say that like kind of solidified the theory or the idea.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of hard. It's going to be almost impossible to make not to make a comeback, but kind of like
to be the same.
Exactly.
You're not
be the same.
You're not the Migos.
Literally
anymore.
one of your brothers.
You're not the Migos anymore.
Yeah.
The Migos was, and you are the Migos still, right? But the Migos is the group, like Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset, and like. Quavo and Offset can drop some shit. I still hope they should go by the Migos still. Quavo and whatever they decide to do, like it's sweet, but like the group that we know as the Migos, I guess, like that's not what we're gonna see anymore.
Yeah,
like, there really is no Takeoff.
Like his name will always be like remembered. I know that for sure.
Oh, that's
and
a legendary.
They'll make damn
sure
name,
that
his name will
be remembered. That's gonna be a fucking legendary name. Like I was talking to my brother about it, and I'm like, and they were already on track to be legends. And it's sad too that like. Seeing him die is almost what solidifies in my mind, like he's gonna go down as a legend. Because beforehand, he already was gonna go down as a legend. Yeah. But now until he died,
they themselves are gonna go down as a group, first rap group. Not first. I don't know if it's the first.
Yeah.
But like mainstream, like huge rap group, Migos. Who do you think of first?
And probably Migos.
Yeah.
One of them. And I forget what it is that they started doing specifically, but there is something that they started doing first that now all rap songs use it. And I forget what it was. And I was talking about this. I don't think it was ad-libs, but it was...
That might be a stupid-ass guess, but they're known for
I don't think it's a stupid
ad-libs.
guess, but they are... Yeah, I was going to say, they are known for their ad-libs. And I don't think ad-libs... I don't know if they were always a thing.
Like, I think they've always been a thing, but, like, they stylize them in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like an ad-lib can even be, like, a snare drum in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not a verbal ad-lib.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point. Yeah. And I think it was more so something of, like, how they edited their songs, like, how they produced them that was different, that, like, blew up. And I haven't watched it yet, but my manager was telling me that, like, have any of you guys seen the speech that Quavo gave?
Oh, I read it.
You read it?
The letter he wrote?
Yeah, I haven't read it and I haven't heard it, but dude, like I just heard it was super fucking sad. Like,
bro,
to hear
it
what
is.
Quavo had to say. I mean, do either of y'all think you remember it enough to like say what he was saying?
He got like no like rap shit. Like not talking as a rapper. He was talking as an uncle.
Yeah.
Like so he was really like it's a funeral obviously.
Yeah.
And it was like memories of him.
Yeah, he was really just like getting into the insight of like how their childhood was and how they grew up.
Yeah. Like their life together.
Yeah.
Like,
no, they talked about like how he got into rap and the fact that Takeoff was the one who got him into rap.
Yeah.
Like Quavo.
So it wasn't Quavo getting Takeoff.
No, the story, Quavo never wanted to be a rapper. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Takeoff, because he was good at it, he never wanted to be it.
Oh, okay.
But Takeoff got him into it.
And Takeoff like saw that he was nice with it. And, like,
and honestly, I don't know where Offset came from, but I know they're
related.
family.
I think they're cousins or some shit, aren't they? Yeah, they're cousins. So like they're still related in some way, but yeah, that's bad. And I'm at some point I'm gonna go watch that speech or read what was said. But and I don't know if like this was true, but I saw something that was saying that like Quavo did get into a little altercation with whoever ended up shooting like Takeoff, and if that's false, then please be false, because I don't know if that is true. But like if that is the case, it almost makes me more sad, because I'm like, Quavo feels some type of way if he was saying something that like, and it's not his fault.
Yeah, but the thing is, and no one's perspective other than his, in his mind, it's his fault.
That's how he's gonna take it, and and it's not. It wouldn't be his fucking fault, but I know that's how he'd look at it. Especially his uncle. Like, I put him in danger. I put him in a situation. Like, no, you fucking didn't, bro. Even if something did go down, you didn't make anybody pull out a gun. You didn't make anybody shoot his ass. Like, it was not your fucking fault.
Yeah.
But. And, like, I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, that is some shit that I would want to say.
That also kind of just brings us back to, like, the whole negativity in the world point. Like, he got shot in the head over a fucking dice game, bro. And I get that, like, his lifestyle is completely different than ours, and he rolls with people completely different from who we roll with.
For sure.
But, like, over a dice game, bro, you're gonna shoot someone in the head, bro?
Yes.
Like, and I know there was money on it.
Yeah.
So it had to be something with money.
For
At the same time, y'all are rich, bro. Like,
that's what I'm thinking.
You're all in a good-ass position. Like, and no one needs to get fucking killed.
Even if you're not rich, is money worth your life worth less than money? I guess
someone's life and your life, because your life changes, bro, once you kill someone.
Oh yeah, you could go literally, completely. It's gonna be night and day different.
Not that I know. Just put that out there. I have no idea. I don't. Yeah, but
But it would be. I mean, if you get caught, you like fucking are going to jail. If you don't get caught, there's got to be some psychological like.
Oh, 100%.
I just fucking killed somebody. Like what the fuck? So
even if you're a soldier
some...
and your job is to kill someone, once you kill your first person, bro, it like.
Have you heard a lot of soldier stories from that?
Yeah.
Like, after they killed their first person, like it completely changed how they looked at that shit. And like their stories about that. So.
And I'm glad, like because my dad served. Was only in the Air Force for 4 years, only 4 years.
Yeah, my grandpa did like the same thing. So.
But like, I'm just glad that he never was put in a situation where he had to kill someone or he'd be shot at.
Yeah.
Because I know he wouldn't be the same or the person he is today.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to say that, but it's true because.
Yeah, it is.
Anyone can say anything, but once you have a bullet fly past your head and you survive or get hit.
Yeah.
And you survive.
Yeah.
Bro, your mindset changed forever.
No,
you literally saw your life flash before your eyes.
Yes. I mean, I've talked to people who have said that they have died and then come back, like multiple people, not just one person who like they were pronounced dead and then were somehow brought back to life. Like, and one is my uncle, and I'm not even gonna mention any names or anything, but he was like a little ass kid when this happened. Like, got into a car accident, like still I think a few months old with just like this shitty ass dad whoever he had before my grandma adopted him. We got in a car accident, like bad car accident, slid in like the back of the seat. The guy had him in the front seat, no seatbelt on, like in a high speed chase with the cops. Fucking hits something. My uncle goes into the back seat, gets caught under the chair, and like by the time they get him, his head is like cracked open and his like part of his brain is literally laying on the floor, and they have to like get him out from under the seat. Like they're like he's pretty much dead, right? But ended up like getting his brain back in his head, like I guess fixing him up and then getting him like bringing him back to life pretty much. And then he was, I mean, he's paralyzed on his whole left side, but he's one of the just like strongest people I fucking know. He doesn't give a fuck that he's paralyzed on his left side, bro. He is going to do. And growing up, even when we were younger and it was harder for him, he was doing everything with us. It didn't matter. He was not gonna let that shit hold him back. So like, I fucking love him for that shit. Bro. But he's even said that like, and it was my aunt telling me this, but they were talking about it when it happened, and he said he knew he was dead because he met God or whatever God is to him. Right, and he said that, like, he talked to this figure who was like, your life's not done yet. Like, you still got more to do. And then he was just like, okay. And then he woke up in the hospital.
Isn't that crazy? Because, like, even in, like, some movies you see that, like, I can't put an example, but, like, you see, actually I can. Like, you see, for, like, the Hunger Games movie, for example, the first one. I don't know if you've seen it, but, like, when the little black girl Ruth dies.
Yeah.
And you go to her perspective as her eyes are closing, and she kind of sees stars, and then it goes white.
Yeah.
It doesn't go black; it goes white.
Yeah, it goes.
So
white.
obviously she's seeing something, but isn't shown.
Yeah, you don't actually see what she's
seeing.
So
I feel like, in like other movies, I've seen that too, but it's like actual vision.
Have you seen like, Harry Potter?
I actually haven't.
Like not to cut you off, I'll let you get back to what you're saying. But literally in Harry Potter, he's supposed to die because they take a part of Voldemort out of him, and like after that happens, he's supposed to die. But he goes to like this white place. He's talking to Dumbledore, who's dead, who was like the head minister for a while, and then sees this little piece of Voldemort that was inside of him, like laying out there. That's a baby, like no longer a part of him. And then Voldemort's like, all right, now that like that's cleansed of you, but like you still got. I think he could have chose to come with him, but he's like, you got to go back, like you got to finish business. I forget exactly what happened. Like that's not what's said, but yeah, you got to finish whatever's going on. And then he was still alive when he was supposed to be dead. It's like that, and that literally was him having a vision, like going into whatever the afterlife was.
Yeah.
So, which I know is what you were kind of explaining. Right?
And I feel like everyone has different beliefs on that shit, but they're all called beliefs for a reason because no one knows exactly what happened until you experience it. But like you said, once you experience it, you can't really tell anyone unless like from that very rare standpoint. You know what I mean? That
they've seen the exact same thing. It's like trying to explain to somebody what a trip is like a psychedelic trip is like. Like that's why you can't explain to somebody what a psychedelic trip is like unless they've actually had one themselves. Because like you can
explain like what goes on or like what you can expect.
Yes.
But you can't tell them what to expect in their own mind because you can't control their mind. You can't control where it's gonna go.
No, not at all.
You can basically let them know that to not control anything. Literally, that's what it is. To try not to control anything.
Yes.
But when they hear that, they're like, "Fuck, they're automatically controlling everything."
Yeah, I gotta take control.
Especially if it's your first time, bro. You know what the fuck's going on.
No, and like it's impossible to like, especially in a shroom trip, it's like impossible to like control the trip. Like you kind of gotta just let it show you whatever it's trying to show you. Like you really gotta be willing to let go and like just have the experience. And I've always noticed within my trips, I haven't, like we've said on many videos, I haven't tripped in a long fucking time, but in all my trips, I had the best time once I let go. once I was like, oh my god, it's this, it's that, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, breathe, bro, like, just, and I really would do that, like, just breathe. Anything going on, I'm like, just relax. And the more I would do that, the more I like the thoughts would just start to flow through my mind. Like they would just kind of start going instead of being like so like loud and specific. They would kind of start going, and then I just like sit up and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm just here. Like there's shit going on around me. Like I'm playing a game or whatever, and then like my mind is just
see it
free.
as it is.
Yeah, it's just going wherever. And it's just seeing it truly how it is.
Yeah.
And that's what makes like a trip so profound. Is because it doesn't mean you are always going to, but if you're willing to let go, you'll see things for how they are. And that is a fucking powerful, like, that is a life-changing thing. That's why I think that psychedelics are life-changing, because they really will open your mind to things that, like,
100%.
you never have thought about
100%.
before, or, like, never thought about
I've only done it
before.
once, bro, and 100% I can agree with that.
Yeah. I've done them a few times, so, like, I could say they're one of the big things for why I think the way I do, largely. They've given me a lot of perspective on life. That's what I'd say.
We don't condone the use of drugs, although,
not by any
just
means.
so you guys know.
Not by any means.
It's all personal choice. If you want to, go for it. If you don't want to, don't let people judge you, bro. Do what you fucking want to do.
Live your life the way you want to fucking live it, like we've been preaching all episode. So.
But I think that's a good spot to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Before I say anything, I want to say fuck you, Emu, because she complained that we dap up a lot, so I'm going to do it one more time, actually.
Give her a third time.
One more?
All
right. Fuck you.
Extra fuck you.
But it was a good episode. Episode 5, right? It was a fucking... Honestly, that's probably another one of the best conversations I've ever
Just a
had.
banger.
Yes,
We've been saving it up,
yeah,
I guess.
bro. You know we put out the heat content here. Only at the
Yes,
Open Minded Crew podcast.
Man, only bringing y'all good content.
Yes, sir. But as always, we appreciate for you guys tuning in. If you fucking made it to the end, you are a fucking real one.
Fucking love you, bro.
Honestly, put it in the comments or
love.
just text one of us, dude. We'll fucking love it. We love hearing that shit.
And we might not be able to get you on right away, but like we plan on doing this for who knows how fucking long. You'll get on here eventually.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
Exactly. We're just talking. That's all we're doing.
Literally.
But other than that, yeah, guys, we're wrapped up here. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this shit, subscribe to this shit, share it when it comes out. You won't see it for like a week, but it'll be up there for sure. Actually, you won't see this one for a while. You'll see episode 4 first, but then this one will be up. Yeah. But other than that, guys, I think we're out of here.
Love y'all.
One more for Emu?
One more for Emu. Appreciate y'all for fucking tuning in. Deuces.